That coffee. Good morning, YouTube. We're gonna try the mount again. Hopefully it will not. Hopefully it will not fall over. Can't guarantee it. And let's see what else. Throw this on the charge. So. So we go on the charge. And what else? That's what I forgot to get yesterday. What's going on, Mike? Got to get my beet juice. Got to get my beet juice. In the seat, taking my morning, some of these vitamins, other stuff. Probably why my behind was, my blood pressure was going through the roof and everything else. You know. Ain't been on the regiment. But we gonna get back into it. I was up about an hour and a half. I'm like, why am I way too early? Mama. Normally I'd be struggling to get up, but I checked the clock. I got made some good sleep last night. Yeah, it's probably because, like you said, my body's mad that I ain't been taking the stuff that's been keeping me, healthy and stuff. I got a call, what's his name, out there in California. When I get in that mood, I don't want to talk to nobody. Don't take it personal. ARD, he had called me the other day. I gotta return his phone call. Getting out of this funk, y'all know how it is. Emptied out the new toilet. Emptied out the new toilet. A few minutes ago. So we need to get up out of here. must turn on. Still getting used to this new truck. Right? And amber light. Alrighty. Alrighty. Well, one thing about parking an 18-wheeler at night, you have to assume the other people are going to do right by you and not park in front of your effing truck like this idiot. That's why I parked over here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem waking his behind up. But let's see how far I can get out of here. Make that turn so I don't clip this other truck. Yeah, I should be able to get it. Gotta love it. Now I gotta bust a U-turn. Don't you just love it? This trailer's got a slow leak, but that's why I like the trailers that have the automatic air up. They keep that air in them tires. I ain't got time to get that fixed. Alrighty. Time to get on the road. Mike, this mattress I got, man, it is a brick. It is a freaking brick. But I have my sleeping bag. I have my sleeping bag and two other comforters. So now I got like a top padding. All right, I made a mistake. This is for Mike's Chaotic Gardening because I've been promising him this for God knows how long. I made a mistake, and then I said I'm not mad, but I'll let you know tomorrow, Mike, if it comes in, because I know you're very private. But I made a mistake because I was gonna order it for you anyway, but I made a mistake and ordered it. It's saying I got an email saying it's showing up today from one of the watches. The watch I got, the sports watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it to you if it shows up today. But I'm not gonna be begging for your address yet because I'll lose it. When it shows up and I'm home, I'm going on that morning live. I'm gonna ask you to email me your address so I will have the package ready and I will mail it straight to you that day. I will go up to the post office and mail it to you that day. So I'll get you the watch. You know what I'm saying? Because I got my wife one, but I made a mistake. I was looking at the email. It says your TikTok thing will show up today. Like what? I didn't order another one. And then I was like, uh-oh. But hey, can't have the blessing. So I am not using my earpiece. I mean, you said I sound better like that, so I don't even listen to myself anyway. But but I'll let you know when the initial shows up. because I got some stuff I need to do. I've been ordering stuff and to put together, and I ain't been doing it. So I got a stack of boxes. Alrighty. This new toilet, I like this new toilet. It's a little bit smaller, but I like it.
In 600 feet, turn left to join Interstate 75
Alrighty.
for Interstate
I know I'm jumping all over the place. Let's see, where we at? All right. Probably gonna have trolls day. I put it on that other one.
Now turn left to join the highway.
And we're experimenting to see if the glue stays for the front, because I have it in a different spot. Remember, I had it on the windshield, but it kept on bending and all the. It was a pain in the butt. Well, we'll see. I was complaining about not getting no runs, right?
In 900
What?
feet, join the highway.
You know, I'm on a dedicated. I was on the. I think they put me back on it because these fuckers. I'm in Florida and not getting nothing. So now they put me back on my dedicated. So I got to go all the way back to Atlanta to do a Kellogg's run.
Follow the highway for 39 miles.
So I'm heading back there right now, and I'm like, okay, I'd rather do this than nothing. I'd rather do this than nothing. Let's see. Wait a minute, hold up. Did I just spill my coffee? Oh, I'm like, where the heck is my coffee? Oh, I spilled it. Well, I am acting like a truck driver now. Uh, Making sure that I do all the right documentation so I can become a trainer and show them what not to do. Oh, but hey, I'm telling you, complain. Um, a lot of people don't realize, especially new this this new age of drivers, that this is some dangerous mess. Uh, Remember in high school, you're wondering, well, why do I got to learn physics? I'm not going to use that in daily life. Oh, yes, you are if you're a truck driver, because this truck takes to stop, depending on your speed limit, of one football field to two football fields to properly stop. If I slam on the brakes, the trailer behind me will either come swinging around to the right or swinging around to the left, and that's what you call it. That's what's called a jackknife. You know, I'll just think this is just driving. It's a whole lot more than driving. You have to have a sixth sense. That's why they got that. It's called the Smith system. They tell you, look, dang there, half a mile down the road. What's he gonna do? What's she gonna do? What's he gonna do? Because you got to think before they do, and especially because winter's coming. I'm too old. I don't have the nuts to go to in the west and during the winter anymore, because that's some scary behind crap. You know, we let our lives dictate lot of what we do nowadays. I was talking about it. I think I talked about it yesterday. That this stupid president is making it easier for me to lose weight because the price on everything. Oh, I'm gonna bring the price down day one. Price of small bag of potato chips is $3. My greedy behind, I'm greedy behind it, and then my broke behind, and my cheap behind is nice with each other, and then we've all agreed. I don't need them chips. We all agreed I don't need that crap because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Damn near almost $4 for a small bag of potato chips, like 3 or 4 ounces. Not even that. Am I surviving? Am I living? You know, and it made me want, I'm like, I want some chips. Nah, I don't want them that bad. Boy, and this truck's got lane assist. If you hear that bump, that means I'm wiggling, which is every day. It's just now it's showing proof. But, yeah, who knows? Figure out. But I just noticed, I'm like, once I start looking at the prices, it's like, nah, I don't need that. Like I went shopping yesterday. It's the first time I'm in a truck where I could actually cook something. I made some ramen noodles. I know I ain't supposed to have them, but it was a bad choice because they extra spicy. I burned my lips off. Ramen noodles yesterday in the air fryer. And I was like, oh my God, it's hot. It's so stupid. But I had to downgrade. I'm supposed to be low carb, but I have to survive. Uh, but I got some meat, but it's not healthy meat. Prefabricated. I bought you know, I got some steak at the house. I go next time I go through the house, go home and put a few in the freezer, refrigerator here. But just trying to figure out how can I get back into living and not just surviving. A while back, I just kept on. Sorry, Mike, I can't even see what's going on because I got you so far away, and I don't want to die looking at the screen. So handle your business. Um, not blowing you off. So let everybody know. Let everybody know. Say hi. Handle your business. But I was thinking about it this morning. I'm back in survival mode instead of living mode. I need to get back into living mode. My emotions have been through the roof, up and down, all over the place. And a lot of people don't understand. That's another thing. This is a lonely life. Nobody tells you, oh, you just think it's just driving. But you're by yourself 99.9% of the time. And If you put a toilet in your truck like I do, you're at 100% by yourself until you get to the shipper and or the receiver, or you want to go to the store. But if you keep your stuff stocked, and you see what I'm saying? You wind up by yourself 90% of the time. My wife probably thinks I don't love her, but yeah, I mean, I'm an introvert anyway. I'm usually by myself. So if you're by yourself, you can handle it. But warning, you're not built to be by yourself all the time. So every once in a while, you got to come out of here. And even if you don't talk to nobody, just walk into the truck stop and walk around people. You'll mentally feel a whole lot better. They have all this, and I went through it. You guys know, the regulars know I'm emotional anyway, being an empath. But black women, think you're a wimp because you're emotional. Your emotions govern everything in your body anyway. Your blood pressure, I mean, all kind of stuff. If your emotions are out of whack, you're going to be out of whack physically. So, and I'm telling you, don't think I'm some punk because if you see a tear come out my eye, I'll drop you right then and there anyway. You know what I'm saying? But it's okay. I'm already crazy anyway, but it is what it is. But how? Drop a comment, be respectful, because like I said, we we're on the main drag where all the trolls come out. Be respectful. Drop a comment. How can you get out of survival mode back in the living mode? One thing about cruising, I got to start putting some money down this month on the Alaska cruise. And now that winter's coming, I'm gonna start buying some stuff for that and getting myself ready. I want to visit one of the if I know I sound stupid. Do they have glaciers in Alaska? I want to visit. Yeah, they said isn't it Glacier Bay or something like that? I want to visit a glacier. I want to actually see what they're talking about when they say glacier. I want to know what are they talking about. You know, I want to sit on the top deck with some hot cocoa, and look for dolphins and whales and sea life. You rarely see anything. The 10 years I've been cruising, I've only seen dolphins one time, and they were at the front of the ship. But you rarely see anything, on the ocean. But I want to go look. I've never, before this relationship, I really never got to vacation. I really never got to do anything. Um, and that's disheartening. All I've done is work. Work, work. Is that a song or something? All I ever did was work. Like even right now, I'm just mumbling, but that helps. So if you're thinking about driving the truck, you're thinking about getting ahead, man, get your YouTube channel, put your amount on there, just talk. Because see, you don't realize it stabilizes your mental stability. You're not mad at the world. This mother, he wiggling into my lane. Y'all see him? Okay. Let's put. All right, I gotta start driving like I stole something. These guys, they just blowing by me like, I just realized I'm going slow like a bug. These are the things. See, anybody can steer a truck. Uh-oh. Anybody can steer a truck, but you got to know the rest of it: the good, the bad, the ugly. I slept in a dirt lot this morning. Oh, I gotta wash my booty. Okay, you worrying about washing your behind, and instead of getting down the road making that money. Man, I got me some baby wipes, did what I had to do, and kept it moving. Yep, I know. Ew, you're so stinky. Yeah, don't get over it. We already know I stink. You know, I've been in this freight liner for a couple of days, and I still ain't. It's gonna take longer to figure this sucker out. Let me see something here. I'm extra early today, but where I can pick up is 24 hours, and where I can drop it off, they've got a staging area. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call them, say, "Hey, I'm early. Either be early or do a split birth. One of the two, no biggie." Y'all, you guys hear about the Texas State Fair? See, everybody is getting greedy, including me. Burger King is almost out of business, but everybody's getting greedy. Remember how the Whopper used to be big? Remember how the Big Mac used used to be filling? Now it's all bread. And then you used to have the dollar menu and all this other stuff. You can't get nothing at these places because it's so overcharged, and they wonder why people don't come out no more. They wonder why people don't come out. Nobody can afford it. And all y'all, well, we thought Trump was just going to do it to them, not to us. Oh, okay. And the Texas State Fair is, to be a vendor, you got to pay what is it, $5,000 or $10,000 just to get in there, and you got to give them half of half. You got to give them half of your profits. Don't crack. You got to give them half your profits. Y'all don't crack. Ain't no way. I see a familiar face, whoever it is. Hey, hello, crack. Half your profits? You need to stop. That's that's the that's the mafia, ain't it? What do I know? You know what? Ain't nothing like morning cup of coffee. I don't. Supposedly, hey Mike, you be proud of me. I haven't had a monster drink in a couple of days. Ever since I head to California, I've been having at least two a day. And again, that's a lot of money. I got to get out of that. You know, we're working towards getting that back into the healthy. We try to be healthy around here. I had one cup of coffee, and hopefully that'll be all we need. Oh, in the lawn care part of this, these morning conversations, because I was thinking, okay, when do I need to start wrapping up my water? Late October. So at the end of October, around, because I dropped that new sod, that'll give it a month. But after that, it's time to let it go dormant. So late October, till Norman turn everything off, and I'm gonna put the hose, wrap the hoses up, and stack them up in the backyard for the year, and we are done. It used to be almost dang near year round because all I could get when I first started my lawn care adventure was northern grass to grow in my southern area. Isn't that crazy? But now I've got a few more years to convert my front lawn over to southern grass. I've been plugging, sodding. I've been doing it the broke man way, and it's been an adventure. I've been thinking, like I said, I'd be acting like this lawn looked like crap. Then I look, well, last year that had nothing but open spaces. This year's filled in. Last year, and I just got to keep going, keep keep moving forward, and I'm going to put a weed barrier around my peach trees. I got two peach trees, man, that have been through World War III and back, and they're still they still working. Um, so I want to clean up around that area and then start. I guess this winter, start putting some dirt in the back. So still got a lot of erosion. Um, I guess still got a lot of erosion in the back. So I think that's one of the things that I can do that's cheap. I could pay like $25 for a scoop of topsoil, put it in the back, and make and work with that. I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Oh, shoot. But let's get over to the far right. So the window ain't like that one door. Um, Another thing, I'm gonna speak to the wife. I want to go to Jamaica, not just on a couple hour cruise to Jamaica, but I want to go to a resort in Jamaica and just veg out, or relax, um, and do some normal vacation stuff. I would love to go to the Maldives, but man, it, that's a house, no. No, no, that's a car. That's how much it costs to get a nice one. Like over the water or something like that. I would love to do that, but man, I got to ball out on budget. You know what I mean? Got to ball out on budget. But back to the fact of uh, you know doing this, driving a truck. Um, if I can start training, that'll give me a little extra money, a little opening. It's it, I'm a company driver, so it ain't gonna be like I'm gonna be balling out, but it'd be just a little bit more where they know, okay, he's got a trainee in there. We need to give him some more runs. We just can't have him sitting. You know what I mean? So that's it's full. You see that? See, what a lot of people don't realize, I have a radar in the front bumper of this truck. It automatically slammed on the brakes when that person did what they did. Welcome in, welcome in. Sorry, guys, I can't see you. I got it fixed a different way. I'm trying something new. But if that's good for me, I can't touch it. I can't see it. So that's more safer for all of us, and it's still holding because yesterday it fell like 3 or 4 times. It fell like 3 or 4 freaking times. So, hey, it is what it is. But see, what I'm saying about um, and I think that's what I'm going through right now. I think I have high cortisol levels, and it's like a stress hormone. We got to start. Um, I got to start controlling my stress. It's funny, Mike. I'm losing weight and I ain't trying. It's slowly coming down. I'm losing weight. I ain't trying, but I think I have high cortisol. It sounds like it, but I got to start bringing my stress levels back down. Back down. Stop letting um, everything affect me. You'll find out when drivers, drivers, they can't wait. Truck drivers can't wait. It's something in them. Get out of my way. Get out of my way. And you wonder why you're in an accident. Man, relax. A lot of people be apologizing. Well, I'm sorry I can't get loaded yet. Okay, no problem. There's a reason why I ain't on the road. Look, y'all see that picture in the front of the thumbnail? That was at the lowest part of my life. I wanted to die, especially right after that day. But God he had more for me because I remember that night when I was sitting on the side of the road in my underwear because I wasn't driving. I had a trainee, and you think, and you want to do it again? Yeah. My whole life went up, burnt it up. But I got to start over. You know, uh, and all I said was, Lord, I just want to live. So now I want to start doing fun things again. Things that make me happy. I'm gonna start getting back into my small engines. I got two mowers that I want to bring back to life. I want, and I've been pushing it off, pushing it off. Now it's time to get back into the swing of things. You know what I mean? Um, it's time to get the lawn ready for the winter. It's winter now, and prepare for prepare for spring. Get all the stuff because I'm gonna do a real top dressing this year. I'm gonna do a real one. I don't know if I want to buy the top dresser from Home Depot or get a wrench machine, but I'm gonna do a real top dressing to even out this lawn this year. We gonna get it. Sorry, guys. Yeah, that was nice. But we'll figure it out. Figure it out. Where am I? I just been driving. I remember back in the day, you had to pull over and had to write it down, go to exit 51 and just drive. Then pull over, look at the map, look. Okay, which way do I need to go now? you know, now you got the GPS and everything else. Remember them days. All right, where we at? Where we at? Uh, it's so funny. Like I said, I worry myself to death about everything. I've had two hernia surgeries. So the second one, I might have nerve damage. And I asked, I went to the doctor box to get some stuff checked. And I asked him, I told him what's going on. He says, well, does it feel like this? I said, no. Does it feel like this? No. And he said, does it feel like this? No. Does it feel like this? I said, no. He said, well, you probably don't have a hernia. And I told him I didn't want him to check because I'll faint and be worried about that for the next couple of years. I said, I think next year I'm gonna have officially checked. But he was like, "Oh, you have any symptoms?" Nope, 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 nope. So it might just be nerve damage because I get it again. The guy went through my stomach, went all the way down to my abdomen. And it's the second run. You know, this is the crap about getting old, bro. Let's get back out of the middle lane. Because most truck drivers hate that you sit in the middle lane. But if you have that onboard radar, every time someone comes off the off ramp, it hits the brakes. Well, get out of the middle lane! Get out of there! Stay in the slow lane! So you want me to stay in the slow lane, and I keep hitting the brakes all the time. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Y'all in such a rush, wasting your fuel and everything else. Get up earlier and make for time so you can do the freaking speed limit. Oh, but what do I know? Like right now, everybody's waking up, so the traffic's about to hit. That's all right. That's all right. I prefer to be in traffic anyway instead of being in the dark. I prefer to be in the traffic instead of being in the dark. And you can see the sun; it's about to come on. But this year, starting right now until 2027, I'm gonna be focusing on paying off my credit card. I just bought a credit card holder for all the freaking credit cards I have. I'm gonna start paying. I paid two down. I'm gonna pay another two down. When I pay another two down, one of them's got to go. So every time I get one done, and the big ones, once I get the big ones done, they got to go. Because see, I never had credit cards before, and I went overboard. I started noticing dumb stuff that no one ever taught me. One of them is, yeah, they're quick to give you a credit card, but at a high interest rate. Now you're stuck. Okay, well, they got to go. I learned the hard way. Yeah, I'm stupid. But once I learn, I learn. You know what I mean? Once I learn, I learn. So once I get these credit cards down, that'll free up some money that I can have for other things. Pay off more bills, save money, invest, do stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. You gotta live, but you gotta prepare. So I gotta live, I gotta prepare, and I just can't just survive anymore because tomorrow's not promised. Uh-oh. I think that was my dad, but tomorrow's not promised. Something about driving a truck. No, it is. I think you asked it's not healthy driving a truck. This is not the life if you want to live healthy. Sporadic sleep. You can't eat right. You can't have a lot of vegetables. You ain't got most trucks don't have a big enough refrigerator to have all the vegetables. You can't have, my wife. I have like I'll eat. I have enough room in the air fryer for one thing. Oh, what's your side? What do you mean? What's my side? I'm having a hamburger without a bun. I'm having some hot dogs. Well, what's your side? What do you mean side? That's what I'm eating. See, because I used to eat all of that stuff. Remember when I first got out here, and I look at my bank account. Why is it at zero? Because I was pumping out 2 monster drinks. That's $10 a day plus coffee. 10, 11, 12, 13 plus junk food. Before I realized I was a type 2 diabetic, I had all kinds of Reese's peanut butter cups, all kinds of stuff. And then, you know, uh, then, a Big Mac meal or a McDonald's, a Whopper meal, or, something that's a truck stop, and, or, two slices of pizza. I was spending about 50 bucks a day on garbage. And then at the end of the night, waking up in the middle of the night, running out the truck and throwing up in the side because I'm overeating, eating garbage, and doing that, then wondering why I ain't had no money. Best thing I did was when I realized, hey, hold up, I need to start cooking my own food. I need to start stopping at a Walmart. I don't just stop at any Walmart. I gotta look for another truck. See if there's trucks parked there so they don't, like the Walmarts near Atlanta. Don't do it. They'll boot your truck. Don't do it. Especially on in Decatur or Lithonia area, they'll boot your truck. But I go to specific ones. I'll run in there, get my stuff, and I'm gone. And I make stuff that's going, going to keep me going. I bring it down to one meal now after 12, 13 years, down to one meal a day. Because any more than that, you're going to catch the vapors. Now you're fighting. You're drinking more coffee to stay awake. And you're fighting with yourself. You're fighting with yourself to stay awake because you done ate all that stuff. Done brought your blood pressure up. You don't realize you've been sitting all day, so you got to have some compression socks on. Especially young folks, start now. Put them on. You see them athletes got them. So don't feel embarrassed if you're going to be sitting in this thing for 10, 11, for 10, 10 hours, 8 hours. Put some compression socks on. So you won't lose that circulation. I remember, I think it wasn't last year because I was wearing them, but the year before that, I started looking at my toes. My toes get purple. I ain't know. So if I start training somebody, I'm like, hey, bro, you might want to get your panty or get someone that go around your thighs. Why? Because of this, yada, yada, yada. Don't mess yourself up. Don't mess yourself up. Keep yourself healthy. I was so gullible when I first got here. I would, like Mike, I would walk out the truck stop, walking up the road and walking. And then once, but now I'm like, I stay to myself. My business. You know what I'm saying? I stay to myself. My freaking business. Where we at? Where we at? Oh, right. Been so happy to go back to Kellogg's in my life. Now this summer, I'll head back west. But right now, winter's coming. I think they showed something in Wyoming, the snow on the ground. Oh heck no, I'm done. There's snow on the ground. Oh heck no, I'm done. Screw that. I wish I would have bought another pair. I got a pair of Pumas. They look like they tied sneakers, but they're not. And they're actually one size bigger than what I wear. I wear 13. These are actually 14. And I like these sneakers. I bought them out in California. I wish I'd have got me another pair. Violators, people that drive on shoulder violators will be ticketed. I don't drive on no shoulders. I ain't worried about it. Hey, Mike, I forgot to even talk about that. I remember, the last time, what was that? The last time I was on our garbage disposal went bad. Well, it was the second time, and I said, you know what? I'm sick of this. I said I'm sick of this, and I'm not paying, a couple of $100 to have, a plumber come, and it's got to be an easier way. And I measured it out as best I could because I needed a measuring tank. I broke my measuring tank. I measured out the best I could, and I went, took pictures, and I went to Home Lowe's and bought one. And then I asked the guy, I said, okay, how did I get it off there? He told me, oh no, you take this here, you grab it real hard, and it'll twist off. And then, you know, and then I said, okay, in the power, I cut the power. I have a little piece. It's a little pin that if you point it towards a wire, if it's live, it'll go from green to red. So I did that, and it was green, so it means it ain't live. So I plugged everything, unscrewed everything, unscrewed the wire, went into the man cave and got some of the electrical twisty that you twist on wires to keep them connected. I found the same side. And see, that's why men keep all this crap. And I twisted them together. It took me a minute laying there, making sure it was right. And I put it back up there, twisted it, and closed it up, twisted it back on like I twisted it off, and turned it on and started working. And man, and I ran the dehumidifier because it leaked under the sink, and I was so effing happy because they say, well, you're a man, you're supposed to know. Look, half the time we don't know what we're doing, but when we do, we be like, I can do that. I can do that. You know what I mean? And when you do it, now it's locked in the memory. I. Because I don't try certain thing. I don't try to do, but I was like, yeah, man, and I was scared to videotape it. Just like that, I bought a dolly. I bought a dolly, a tow dolly mover. It's like you hook it up to the trailer, and you can pull the trailer around. I called myself making a video, and all I did was do a videotape the back of my behind trying to do it. Then I made it. I was like, okay, well that was a fail. But I took some pictures, and I'm so happy that I did it. See, my wife was like, is it leaking? Is it leaking? Why would I call you up screaming that I did it? Why would I call you up screaming that I fixed it? Why would I call you up screaming that I replaced it? Is it leaking? You know what I'm saying? No respect. And you don't think, no. That's why, look, I got some fuck ups around the house that I had the jury rig, but now with the years of experience, I'm gonna go back and start fixing some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go back and start fixing some of that stuff. And we gonna get it back to, we gonna get it done right. Oh shoot. Okay, 33 miles to the turn, y'all. I remember. See, I do all this driving by day, but if I get in my car, it seems like forever. So 30, where I'm at right now is where I'm at right now is where I go down to the lawn, the mower, the lawnmower auction, and it's one, but I ain't gonna be able to get it. It's going to for at least $2,000. We not going there. Yeah, we're not doing that. They've got some greens mowers, Toro Greensmaster 1000. They got like 6 or 7 um, salvage ones. So I would think, well, I could buy 3 or 4 of them and then, cannibalize them, make one. And I'm like, okay, stupid. Stop doing that. You got you got 3 projects haven't even did yet right now. So leave them things alone. But I like looking. I really do. I do like looking, and especially Facebook. But Facebook Marketplace, they trying to sell it like it's brand spanking new. Y'all on crack. No, we ain't doing that. Y'all literally on crack. You know what I mean? Let's see where we at. Prescribing us poison, like the high blood pressure, and all they still use that anything normal, anything herbal, they don't believe it. And I told them that cinnamon brings down the inflammation because I take cinnamon and vitamin C to control the slight pain that I feel in my groin there. Because I think, again, I said I believe I have nerve damage. But I put cinnamon in my coffee, and it controls the inflammation in my body, down there and in my body. Because all this junk that we take inflames the body. We don't even realize. I got that Dr. CB. I hope it's real. Okay, first of all, I hope it's real. It's a book, Dr. CB Bible, so I'm gonna read that thing. And I'm gonna start looking more and more into stuff like that. I wonder if you can grow cinnamon comes from a bark. I wonder if you can grow that. I don't need any more trees in my yard. These 2 peach trees, the last one. I wonder if you can grow that. go. Again, it's fun to find something that brings less pain to your body. That's why now I'm happy. I got my morning coffee. I got my cinnamon in there, and I know that's going to make me feel a little bit better. It's going to make me feel a little bit better. I can't stop getting growing old, but I can ease the growing old a lot better by listening to my fellow YouTubers. I'm moving over to this guy with this truck flying by. Listen to my fellow YouTubers. Listen to I see that on TikTok where they peel out the tree bark and let it dry. That's crazy. That's crazy. But it's also crazy that this stuff, I left the dandelion tea at the house. I wish I didn't. This stuff helps the body, get certain stuff out of the system. But, yeah. Sorry, guys, I'm wiggling all over the place. It's foggy too. Yeah, I'm ahead of the game, so I'm really not trying to rush. we need to slowly move over. There's another truck coming up on me. Let him pass, and I'm getting my behind all the way over in the right lane. How they say stay in the lane. I'm getting in my lane. Well, I want to thank you guys for listening to my bull crap. I'm not closed now. I'm done. I'm just saying. I'm gonna thank you because normally we don't have this many people up in here. What the heck? See, that's the thing, man. Remember back in the day, they used to have shop. They used to have automotive class. Boy, he wiggling like a mother. They used to have shop automatic. They need to have home ec again. They need to have shop class again. They need to have like a farmer's class, even up in the schools that are not in the rural areas. Because you remember in school you always had like this open spot. They need to dig that spot up, ask a local whatever to come over there and till that daggone thing, and teach kids how to grow. Teach kids how to grow vegetables. Teach kids how to survive. You know what I mean? They should have something like that. They should have something where you grow stuff and then when you're done, donate it. Donate it to a food bank. Donate it to local charities, local churches that can give it out for free. You know, it's sad that Gestapo Trump is bringing all of these people, but the truth of the matter is a lot of them are illegal. But it's not, it still should help. It still should help them. You know what I'm saying? The only difference is here's the thing. You can't hide that you're Spanish. But a lot of folks come over here that or Anglo-Saxon, Chinese, or African, but you know they ain't African American, and then hide in the system. But guess what? It ain't us poor folks that are hiring. Somebody taking advantage. But you know, you been talking about that. But back to the teaching kids how, and I never knew what heirloom seeds were, because I remember hearing a speaker talk about that a lot of these seed companies are making hybrid plants that don't do seed. Then you're splicing and cutting, and then you wonder why you got cancer. But we should be teaching our kids how to plant food, how to survive, how to have a $5 meal for the whole family. Beans and rice, chicken thighs, chicken soup. Remember how remember back in the day when you had the whole chicken, then you had to put that whole chicken, there was nothing left. You thought nothing left, but you took that the whole chicken and put it in a pot, the bones and everything, and then you put some rice and everything in there, and you boiled the crap out, it got all the meat off the bone, and you mixed it with the rice, and some leftover vegetables, and you put all that together. Man, please. Man, please. Shoot. Then after that, scramble up an egg, put some soy sauce in there. The next day, that'd be fried rice, chicken fried rice. Like chicken fried rice, y'all. Or I know a ham hock, or you want to be healthier, a piece of smoked turkey wing, and a bag of black eyed peas, and then go to the Wonder. I don't know. Do they make Wonder Bread no more anymore? Remember, go to the bread store. The bread store outlet where they had the old bread. Remember that bread that you had to take home and put straight put it in the freezer, and put baked toast and put butter on that bread. You had some black eyed peas and some buttered toast. Man, please. Or some lima beans, or some butter beans, or some, bean soup. You got to teach people how to how to survive, then two, how to live after that. 'Cause, hey, that stuff ain't gonna be for so long. Then you gotta then you can you'll be able to live. But you learn. I didn't know. I like Carnival, because they got some cooked food. They take it off. I haven't seen it. I'm gonna watch next time. In certain ports, they take that food that they have saved.
You are approaching a base station in 5.0 miles.
Where am I? What the heck? Oh, I thought I passed the turn. Oh, that's all, slowing down. Sorry. Well, they take that food off the boat and donate it to local charities in the island. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. That's freaking awesome. That's freaking awesome, guys. I think we broke a record today on consecutive people in the chat. Appreciate you. If you want, I don't know. No, I can't. I would say drop your link, but you can't drop your link at this at that thing. But check us out. Don't be a stranger. We talk about a whole lot of nothing. I don't know what the heck I'm doing, but I love doing it. But I love doing it. What the heck? I'm figure where the heck I got a lot of cruise stuff on my GoPro and my 4K camera that I need to get off, and um, and drop and drop on the channel. I was like, oh, I need to take it with the truck with me, but I'm like, oh no, I need to do this and that, blah 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 blah. But hey, it'll be coming. For you folks that are y'all, if you let me teach you something I learned. If you could see the sign, like see that green, I don't know if you can see it coming up on the right top. There's a little yellow strip on the bottom of it. That's telling you that that's just going to be a exit only. That's telling you it's going to be an exit only. So you can spot that yellow on the bottom, even if you're blind like a bat, like I am. Get over. Get over. Get over. Oh boy, what the difference they made. Y'all know how it is. If my phone overheats, I'll be back as soon as I cool it down. We we never had one smooth. We never had one smooth. What you would call it? Um, Smooth live. Something always happens. I usually go like, "Oh my god, I suck." Yeah, I do suck. I'm not a YouTube. Like, oh my god, I suck. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You suck. Yeah, yeah, I do. But we figured out. Ain't got no choice.
We were approaching a main station in 1.0 miles.
Truck bypass wait station. What we gonna do? Let's see. You see, if you look to the left, that's a car hauler. I couldn't do that. Because what if I don't strap one of them cars on right and it go flying down the road or back or drops off and hits somebody? I couldn't do it. That's scary. That's why I don't do flatbeds either. Get that. You got to tie that mess down, man. I'll be scared something go flying, or you see like when the metal wheels, the metal roll, he snaps off and rolls and crushes the truck and stuff. Nah, dog, nah, player, nah, we good. I got my oh, it's a shadow. Looks like a shadow. Is that a car? Like somebody didn't have their lights on. Oh, they don't. The back lights are out. That's crazy. There's a guy in the car up in front. His back lights out. He don't even know it. Front lights are working, but the back lights ain't. I'm like that. Something up there don't look right. But now you're gonna hear me. I usually drive better I usually drive better when I'm doing live, but now that ain't working. Oh, Frugal. Hey, morning, Frugal. I remember, if, hey, Frugal, you in Texas or Louisiana? I remember there was, I wish I could find that. It was saying the seasons, it was a meme or whatever you call it, the seasons of Texas, like winter, spring, summer, summer two, summer three, hellfire, hellfire and brimstone. It was bringing the seasons, the seasons of Texas. I was like, oh my god. you know. Oh god, I got the giggles now. Oh boy. Oh, I ain't got nothing better to do. Oh, just keeping an eye on it. I'm keeping an eye on these guys flying past me on the left. We got 10 miles to the turn. 10 miles to the turn. See, here's the thing. This is what um, for us overeaters, fat folks, big bags. We have triggers that's when we want to start eating. And right now, I'm like, what? Okay, why do I want some junk food right now? I don't even know. I'm not hungry. And I'm gonna start looking into that. Why do I want to eat now? I'm not hungry. stomach ache, and then I then I just remember, wait a minute, I want a bag of chips, but I ain't paying $5 for a little old bag. I ain't hungry no more. Get that. I'm not hungry. There's a guy on TikTok where I'm so proud of him. I mean, he's a big dude. Wears glasses. He's a redhead, and and the young man he's doing it. He's walking every day. He's going out to the gym, and he's losing weight, and he's just doing it. And a lot of people don't realize, big folks, that eating for a lot of folks is just like drinking. Eating is for a lot of folks, it's just like marijuana. Eating is just like sniffing that cocaine. Eating is just like it's even I mean I'm kind of exaggerating, but I'm trying to get the point of like having sex. The endorphins that they have found from eating has overwhelmed them because of low self-esteem, other problems in their lives, and it's become a part of their lives, and it kind of, the addiction is real because that's their comfort, that's their energized, that's their everything. And when they finally realize it, see, you can't stop someone. You can't stop. That's why I don't say diet anymore. I say healthy living, because my brain fights tooth and nail against dieting. But I'm trying to figure out the right word that I can describe one thing. It's an addiction that is hard to relinquish. Your body will fight you tooth and nail. Your body will hold on to water. It will hold on to everything because it doesn't want you to change. I remember the first hernia. I had it for a long time and didn't know because the fat in my stomach, no, my stomach hernia, I had a hernia in my stomach. It was being held back for all of that fat that was around my stomach. Once I started losing weight, it bulged out. Once I started losing weight, I had another hernia down in, you see what I'm saying? And if my feet were hurting, and you can see it in a lot of my videos even now, I waddle. I looked at myself like, Jesus, man, I look stupid. Because I have flat feet. I waddle, and, I was overcompensating. So I had to calm down. I would drink I was doing yard work, I drink a case of beer, but then I was making it worse because my feet were swollen up. So what am I saying? If you get on that path, first of all, watch your wellness and sugar mama, get your workout on positive affirmation. When you do that, you get on that path, you gotta be able to cheer yourself on and say, keep on going. You gotta be able to, by any means necessary. Right now, hey, if I'm a cheapskate and I don't want to eat no junk food because I'm a cheapskate, and even though my body's saying, Lord, you want some potato chips, now I don't want them. Because I'm not paying $5 for a little old bag. So I'm good. Then the body be like, okay, well, we're good then. maybe I won't send that craving to this brain again to tell him, hey, you want some potato chips. So I say, hey, so thanks Trump for making that's the first time I ever said that. Thanks Trump, you're helping my fat behind not want this junk food because this is overpriced. It's ridiculous. Because now I'm in survival mode. I got to get some cheap food to eat, but I got to find some cheap, nutritious food, which is kind of hard, but we'll figure that out. Ain't got no choice. Figure it out. Ain't got no choice. You know? Oh, okay. We are 3 miles from the turn. Thank you, Uncle Jesus. Okay, we're running down. Hey, Mike, when we get close to 550, put a few 100s, like the number 100 on the screen, so I'll start to count down. Because we're so awesome. My viewers are so awesome. You're so awesome. Make it to the chopper. Make it to the to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Yeah, can you say stupid? Can you say stupid? Hey, I'm surprised that mountain's still holding. It kept on falling all day yesterday. We, we were looking so professional yesterday. Oh man. What's the name? See, and I now I got this on. You can't say that I'm not staying in the lane. That's on a mount in the middle of the dashboard. It ain't on the left, the left windshield. Oh boy. What a difference they made. Oh brother.
In 1.5 of a mile, take the exit.
Let's see, what do we have? Oh, 1.5 miles. Okay, I need to start listening to what they say. How to do.
You are currently in an area with excessive parking crime. If you're limited, it's best if you are able to move to a location outside of Jackson. Got to take your breaks. If unable to move, please use padlock and be aware of your surroundings. Be safe. Thank you, TR and Larsec.
I gotta get the trailer locks in this thing. Right now I'm using my personal lock. I ain't trying to get y'all.
1/2 of a mile, take exit 205 northbound 16.
Finally, we made it to the exit. Yay! Let's see. Where we going? Where we going? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Take the exit. In 1/3 of a mile, turn left onto West Highway 16. Now turn left.
Let's see. Where we at? Oh, that's sod. Hey. Wow. I just stopped for a second. Thank you. 24 people. Hey, you call that side guy. Hey, don't go.
Follow the road for 18 miles.
I think down there where I started the morning, I think that's a sod growing area. I think there's a lot of sod farms down there. Yep, end of October, I'm turning my water off everywhere. So I got to keep on water until the end of October, and that is it, Jack. Turn the hoses off. Nice Honda Civic. Open the other lane. We'll be going down the country. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Mike. All right, guys. Thank you for breaking my record of how many people had stayed in the chat. Appreciate you. Thank you for listening to my bull for an extended period of time, because I don't know what I'm talking about, but you helped me wake up and everything else. Coming up next, Wellness Frugal Mama, get your workout on and positive affirmations. After that, 7:15, Eddie Lugo Studios. And at 9 o'clock, Cruising is Fun Anytime with Eddie Lugo Studios go live together. And after them at 9:15, Miss T with the T. The GOAT. And as always, guys, thank you. And if you don't think nobody loves you, know that I love you and God loves you. Y'all have a blessed day.